Now he's a man I'd be feared of meeting. You know why? I'd be feared of going back to jail. Because believe me, he's upset me. The way he's gone on him, I'm prepared to be locked up for life for him. I'd tear 3 Carl Froches and I'd tear him a third arsehole apiece. I could never see that man and not walk straight at him with about 40 right hands. Bang!
Hello and welcome to Playbook Boxing. I'm Charlotte Daly. I'll be your host alongside Spencer Oliver, and today we are joined by the one and only John Fury. Now, before we get into it, just make sure that you like and subscribe, and you can also listen to this on Spotify, so we've got you covered on all basis. John, thank you so much for inviting us here. The journey was epic to get here, and then it's been even better since we've arrived.
Thank you.
It's all glitz and glams for the Furies, we think, but then coming here, this is like a little respite for you and a moment of peace.
It's our role, you know, it's our role. And by the way, thank you for putting me on. Appreciate you, Spencer.
Yeah, pleasure.
Your time. Mate. Thank you, guys. This is far away from the glitz and glamour and the eye roll in life. I've never been like that ever in my life, and I don't want to be like that. This is John Fury, this.
John, talk to us about that, because we're in a little retreat now for people obviously won't know. You welcomed us with open arms. We've come here, you've got a bit of food cooking on the outside there, which we're dying to eat, or dying to test anyway, because...
Test is a better word.
Yeah, test, because I know that not many people have come through that challenge yet, is that right? I mean...
There's been a couple of people down, like, and I can see it was
yeah, exactly. But tell us a little bit about this retreat and why you built that, because you were talking to me earlier on about, you know, stripping it back, and you like to live like this. It's like going back to like sort of cavemen days, if you like, really. Like you like it raw, plain, simple. You don't have to live this life, by the way. You're financially very secure. You don't need that. But what I'm saying is, but you enjoy this though, don't you? Talk to us a little bit about that.
It's my life, you know, and this to me, to be honest with you, is a luxury building. You know, it's got everything you need, and it's like a cabin in the woods, but there's no woods. You know, it's the thing is about me, I like peace and tranquility, because life can be hectic, as you well know. And a lot of people don't know this, but I don't do big crowds too well. And sometimes I get bad anxiety from it. And I just think to myself, you know what, when I'm having a bad day, I'll just come down here, chill out, cook myself a bit of food outside, and just reflect on life. I'll probably go back in my mind to when I was a child. I'm back again, you know, and the hours pass by, and I feel more rejuvenated, if that's the word.
Yeah.
And more calm. I've been here for a few hours.
When you talk about that anxiety, a lot of people in the fight game talk about that, and we went to see Kelly Maloney in Portugal recently, and Kelly was talking about animals and how they helped, and you just mentioned there that you have 30 odd horses, chickens, the lot. Do you find being with animals and being almost closed off from society and social media as such helps with that?
It's what I've been around all my life, isn't it? You know, and don't forget, we live off them. We eat the eggs off the ducks, eat eggs off the chickens, the horses we use for pleasure, and they're a part of your life. It's like having kids, really, having animals to me. I've had them all my life. I've always had dogs, always had chickens, always had horses. It's a part of my life, and suddenly if you remove them from your life, what else is there? You can have all the money in the world, we can still get bored.
Well, what do you take, John, from, like, because like you say, you come down here, it's your like little retreat, you know, you've got your other home where all your horses and chickens and everything else is, but what do you actually take from this? Like, because you cut yourself off from the world here, and that's what I've clearly like soon recognised by coming here. Like, you go, like, you know, there's no phones, there's no, like, you just literally, what do you get from that, like, mentally? What is that? It's
regrowth of my mind. I can think clearly.
Like challenging yourself?
It's not a challenge.
Or like rediscovering yourself? What is it?
No, because this is part, I've done it all my life. You know, I have little bits of huts. I got a hut, I think it's about 16 foot long and about 5 foot wide. Sometimes I stay in that and chill out to take myself and remind myself that if it all went tomorrow, you can still deal with life on a regular day-to-day basis. I'm me. I want to be normal. You know, because when people get famous sons, the parents seem to lose their mind, don't they, a little bit? They think they're them. You know, but with me, I still live my own life. If I go out with any of my sons, I'll pay me way. If it's my turn to get the drinks, I'll get them. If it's my turn to get the dinner, I'll get it. You know, because that's the way I live. And I want nothing off nobody. And if I don't own it myself, you could have $1 billion and give it me, I wouldn't appreciate it. What I have, I've worked hard for myself and I own it myself. Tyson's not give it me. None of my sons are give it me. I do my own thing. I've been working since I've been 11 years old. I've sold doormats from door to door at 7 and 8, met all kinds of people. And all that had to happen to bring me where I'm at today. But I've never forgot my roots. That's it in layman terms.
But you bring Tyson here as well, don't you? Like
Tyson, comes here.
That's what I'm saying. So like you think about it, like it's absolutely bizarre. Tyson's got enough money to live 10 lifetimes, and he's achieved incredible heights and reached incredible heights. And you go like, this is stripping it back to raw basics. Yeah. And Tyson loves coming to this retreat as well and just kicking back and cutting off from the rest of the world.
What does it look like for Tyson when he comes here? What is it? What we see with you, or what's his version of this?
It's how he remembers things as a boy, because I was a very simple living man, you know. And when I was building the other house, rebuilding it, renovating it, we lived in two old early 1900s showman's caravans side by side. One as a bedroom and one as a living area. And he remembers that as having the best time of his life. And I've still got them caravans. You've seen them on the internet, I've still got them. They're memories. And he comes here, he'll sit in his trailer out there and he'll say, you know what, Dad? You don't need all that bullshit, you know. It brings him makes him grounded. He'll eat out that pot out there. He'll do this and he thinks, you know what? After 2 days of being here, sod that life, I don't want it. I can do without it. This is the best life. Because the best things in life are free anyway. And if you can maintain a relationship with somebody what can go back to his basics at the blink of an eye, you're on a winner. A lot can't do that. People who's made as much money as him won't want to come here. Yeah. They'd be embarrassed to be seen in the old way of living. But he's not. He'll come here with his army of children. He'll come here by himself. I can have a cook-up out there, all of a sudden his car will pull in there. What's happening, he'll say. I said, having a bad day? Well, you know how it is. Just like that. And I know in a second of having a bad day, you know.
So you could do a lot of soul searching here, can't you? Like, because
that's the word I was looking for.
Soul searching, like because it's an open space. I get it, because as soon as we come in here and me and Charlotte were talking about it, you go like, this is stripping it back, but that is good for the soul, man. Like that is, like you say, you rediscover yourself and go back to whatever times you need to, and that's good for the mind.
Do you think it also comes from the fact that with Tyson and yourself as well, that whenever you guys go somewhere, you're ultimately photographed, videoed, stopped for, signed autographs, whatever it might be, that this is almost the one place where you can just be and be left alone. Do you think that's part of the attraction to it as well?
When Tyson's here, we do get people coming in here. You know, we close the gate and I put the chain across it so there's no entry. And but like I say, if you want to be out the limelight for a week and out the public eye, people don't expect to see you here. They'd never expect to see a man as famous and rich as Tyson there in a caravan. They think it just don't happen. You know, they see me in the second-hand shop down here looking for some bargains. They think, that's not him, he won't be in here, but it is me. Oh, what's he doing in Aldi? What's he doing in Lidl? What's he doing in Tesco's? Living normally. People don't get it, do they?
Yeah.
You know, let me tell you something. A $10 plate of food is as good as a $100 plate. You know why? It's still the same when it comes out the other end. It's all shit. Yeah. Isn't it?
Yeah, I get it.
So what's the difference? Huh? You don't shit no different, do you? I'm not being crude or anything like that, but you know what? You're not shitting gold bars on $100 plate of food, are you? All your eyes been took for a mug. And you know the owner of the restaurant sat in Barbados drinking his pina colada.
That's an interesting point that you made there, because that leads me on to, like you say, shopping and going back to the bare basics. And Tyson does that, still budget shops. And like we've seen him at Home with the Furies and whatnot. And he'll forget the brand stuff. That tastes exactly the same. That's exactly what it is, but it's only 50%. And that's a really great way to be with a good guy that's like you say, got to that level, earned that sort of money, can have pretty much whatever he wants, and he'll go, I'm not fucking paying for that, when you've got the same sort of bar there, but it's their own brand. for like quarter of the price.
You know what? If you spend 100 quid in a charity shop, you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're helping people. You got the Heart Foundation, Cancer Research, XYZ. People need your money more than the Tesco, them billionaires, these super chains. These companies, pharmaceutical people, they're not pharmaceuticals. They're societies, aren't they? What do they call them? Heart Foundation and all that. Is it a society or whatever?
Like a charity.
Charity. They need your money to save lives. And if I'm spending 100 quid or so, or whatever, or 50 or 20 pound, I feel better in myself. It's gone to a good cause. You're helping people. And who knows one day if you don't need the help yourself.
Yeah, like that.
You know, if I go past anybody and they're shaking the box, I make it my business to put money in it. Make it my business. Because you never know when you need that help yourself. And if you're in a position where you can help others, I do that. If I had my last tenner in my pocket, I'd stick £5 in that box. That's just how I am.
I like that.
Because I think myself, hang on, yes, you've got a tenner, but you're healthy. Somebody hasn't got any money, not healthy. So yeah, there's half of it.
Yeah.
And it's a generational thing, because my dad was the same.
Great outlook. Great outlook.
If I'm in a shop, when I've been younger, and there's little travelling kids up and down, I'll buy them all sweets. It could be 30 kids. I buy them all sweets. You know, little kids.
Yeah.
You do that. And they remember you from being kids doing that. So I remember my Uncle John. He'd get us all some sweets. I wouldn't just buy my own kids it.
He's got 25 grandchildren now, so you're dishing out sweets left, right and centre.
Yeah, we do. You know, I go back most days with sweets. Bits of toy guns from. If I see a little toy in the second hand, I'll buy it from a little gun. They only smash them up anyway. So
if you have any more grandkids, mate, you're going to have to buy the fucking sweet shop, aren't you? That's the reality of it.
You know what? I'm lucky, man. Me, I'm so lucky, you know, Spencer. I really am, honestly. Forget the boxing. Forget how well they've done Tommy, Tyson, etc. I'm a lucky man to have what I have. Family values. You know, my little grandson was going to come here today, but he's a little nuisance. He'd be all over the place. And he'd be frightened of a lot of people.
Which one's that?
Little Caesar. He's always with me all the time, you know. And all my grandkids, you know, they all come and see me and say, how you doing, Grandad? And you know what he says? He comes here, Caesar. He'll go, Grandad. I'll say, what? He'll say, fuck this new house.
Brilliant.
Yeah, he will,
Brilliant,
honestly.
really.
Grandad, fuck this new house. He thinks it's a new house.
Yeah. That's so good.
And I crack up on the floor.
Yeah.
He'll say, fuck this new house, Grandad.
No, I want to touch on something that you said earlier that might surprise people when you said about getting anxiety sometimes and not liking being in crowds or big groups of people. Whereas a lot of people that will watch you will be on press conferences when you're flipping tables or chatting to KSI about God knows what. But then there's the other side of you. So talk me through that dynamic and how it works in actually being quite anxious and then the side that people see when the cameras are on.
The thing is, people ask me this question mainly once a week. If I'm in an environment where there's rowdy people and people's been having a bit to say, it's me cultural thing. It's in me DNA to flare up. When I'm not in them situations, quiet, well-mannered, business heads on. Let's not forget I'm in total control all the time. Let's not take this out of context. I'm not a madman. I know, you know, I'm a one-strike lifer. Forgetting any more fist fights, I'm gone if it goes to court. That's the judge told me. You come before me again, he said, I'm going to life you off, he said. One strike. Section 18, wound within 10, 11 years stretch for a fist fight. Happened, but it's put me in this position where if I stop thinking for 10 seconds, it's over for me.
You see the red mist, and that goes back to the fighting.
The red mist comes, but if I've got a problem, I'm going to say to you, hit me first. Because once you've hit me,
the red mist appears.
No,
well, it's self-defense then.
It's self-defense.
All right. Yeah,
You've engaged in a fight, but I walk through and crack you. Bump. They're going to say, I'm going to lock him up.
But do you think, John, that red mist that we're talking about there, so the people that have never boxed would not understand what this, because every boxer has this red mist, by the way, and that comes back from when you're training, everything's military, you strip it back, and you boxed in the 80s and 90s and all of that. So you have that. So everyone has a trigger point, and everyone has it. All fighters have it. You've got to have that, because you've got to be a little bit, I mean, there's something quite, you've got to be a little insane to want to get in a boxing ring in the first place, because it's not a normal sort of thing to do. When you train like that, I think that every fighter has that, don't they? And it's the button that gets pressed, and everyone has a different fuse, and some are longer than others. But that red mist that you're talking about there, that's a fighter's DNA. Do you think that comes back from the fighter's DNA, or is that a cultural thing with you?
No, because red mist never appears to me in the ring, because I haven't got a grudge with you.
No, that's what I'm talking about, but I'm saying, but it gets installed in you, it gets ingrained in you through that military training, because like you say, boxing is a discipline thing, the way you have to, like, you get hit, boom, it's gone, you can't, as soon as you lose it, you start making mistakes, you fall into traps. But that seems, I'm talking about my own experiences, outside of the ring, that seems, that mist then does come, and you can get reckless, because I think it goes back to the military training that you, or the life sacrifices you make to become a boxer. And that's why I'm asking you that. Am I talking sense in what I'm saying there?
You're talking sense from your point of view.
Yeah, and I'm just asking you if it's a similar thing.
If I hate you, I can't stand you, there's no way I can get in the ring with you, because I'm going to lose my temper with you, and everything's going to go.
Yeah.
So it's not a boxing match then. But all the people I've ever boxed in my life has been total respect either way, before and after.
And that's where the discipline comes from.
That's where discipline comes from. But if I've got a problem with you, you've been talking about my family, you've been running me down, and I see you face to face out there, and I get a sudden energy burst of anger, then the red mist comes to me. Then, because I'm thinking, hang on, I've got a lot to say. All that goes out the window. Then it's on like Donkey Kong. But in the ring, I've never ever lost my temper in my life.
Yeah.
I only had 13 fights. But I can honestly say, every man I boxed was a gentleman. Before and after. I remember fighting a kid called Ian Priest. He's a good. I've known him all since 1988. We fought in 88. I was lucky enough to get the points win. He was a good, tough kid. We've been friends ever since. You know what we did after the fight? We both had walled up, went to the nightclub, had some beers, and got dancing with the public in Stoke-on-Trent. I've known him ever since.
But I think that comes, Charlotte. So like when another man shares a ring, me and John share a ring together, we go in there, win or lose, you go, because it's that gladiatorial sport, you get that respect. Only you two have shared that moment, and only you two will ever know that. But it is the ultimate gladiatorial thing to do.
Yeah.
And you do that for the entertainment of the people that pay in public. That's why you get that respect. That's why when people that won't understand, like me and John have been boxing, we've knocked the shit out of each other. He's got a cut over here, broken nose. I'm the same. The 12th bell rings at the end of the 12th bell, and people are trying to work out, why are these guys cuddling? And they just beat the shit out of each other, because
you've shared a ring.
You've been through 36 minutes of it altogether.
Absolutely.
And you're both at the end of it. It's a mutual respect to honour your fellow gladiator.
And then you become lifelong friends through that, because of that moment you shared, which is one of the most insane things that you could possibly go through. Everybody
I boxed, every time I see them, we're still the best of friends.
Yeah.
I've never ever felt like with a professional athlete, ever. I felt like with people what's upset me and been calling me family, calling me, and outside, that's why there's a reason for me being by myself a lot. Because sometimes you may not be able to control yourself when people have been having a lot to say. And I'm thinking, you know what? I've got an army of children. I've got people who rely on me. Do I need to risk my freedom over being in his vicinity?
Yeah. I think hearing you say that is what's the interesting side of it, because I think, like, when we're backstage, we see you around, you're calm, you're cool, calm, collected, you're keep yourself to yourself. And then when it comes to the press conference starting, something erupts, something changes, and I think
it's fine till I see him.
Yeah, that's what people would question: is it premeditated, or is it in the moment that you feel something?
It's in the moment.
Yeah.
But like that, when I was gonna say into Carl Froch there, what I said I was gonna back up, but like I say, I want him to come to me and meet me halfway and strike me first. There's no way I'd hit him first. He'd hit me and it'd be on.
Yeah.
But I've got to let them hit me first, or try to hit me.
I spoke to Cole Froch before coming here, actually, because we all know that there's been back and forth and whether you're going to get it or not get it on, and everything else. And you said to me, look, Spence, there's a price on this and we're going to do it. I spoke to Cole Froch, who said the same. He said, look, there's a 7-figure sum that he's been offered. You told me it wasn't enough. He said, me and John, we can get it on. You let John know I'm playing around a golf course. I'm not really training and all that. You know what it is. We know what it is. He's trying to take the bait. But what I'm saying is, for people that may not know and say, is the bark worse than the bite? Is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? What is the reality of that happening, John? If the price is on the table and you're saying £2.5 million, and DAZN come up with that money, because that's apparently who you're interested in, this and Misfits. If that price is put on the table, do we see that fight?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Send the contract, I'll sign it there, and then don't need a long camp.
And
you don't need to do nothing. It's a fight. It's a Misfits fight. Let's just get at it.
So we could see it as early as the summer?
You can see it next week for me. Wow. If they want to give me the £2.5 million, give me a venue next week, I'll come with my bag and I'll fight. And I'll do the best I can.
And
let me tell you, it won't be one-sided either.
Listen, can imagine that.
I'm going to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, in my lifetime, I've had enough street fights. I've been in the ring minimal. Amateurs have had more.
Are you not concerned about the age thing, though, John? No. Because the mind will obviously tell you can do it, and then when you get to a certain age, you're 60. Cole's approaching 50 now, so you know he's there. But what I'm saying is, does that not play a part?
He's gone himself, hasn't he?
Huh?
I've seen him on the bag. He's gone himself. Yeah. That's not the Cobra of 25 years. Don't forget, we was in Castle Bar with him as a young man. We watched him spar at him. Me and Tyson shared a training camp with him in Castle Bar. You know, he was an all right guy, but he's just turned into a total dickhead. It's since he's had his nose done, isn't it? And them turkey teeth. You got a nose of a fighting man. You got your own teeth.
Yeah.
These men are. Carl's turned into as real as his nose, as real as his teeth.
Listen, that segues me into the next guy that we're going to talk about. I think you know where I'm going here, and that's the other guy that we're going to talk about is Joe Egan. Now he's been seen. We done an interview with him, and is that a different conversation?
He ain't worth talking about. He's a bum. So, I'm not interested in bums that can't do nothing. They offered me money for him. You know what? The kid's more than that for sweet money. Yeah. I don't want to talk about him. He don't generate no money. He's a bum. He got knocked out with a journeyman. He's useless. Don't talk about him. Yeah. And he's an ignorant bastard. Now he's the man I'd be feared of meeting. You know why? I'd be feared of going back to jail.
Right.
Because believe me, he's upset me because I know his history. He's a shithouse. Nobody believes it. I know what he is. He was up my arse that far, all over when we was up and down with Tyson, asking me for work, asking Tyson for work, and was giving him work. He's only a bum, giving it work, and then it starts coming out with all this. If he'd have come to me and said, John, I'm in a bad situation, because they're all skint, because they can't look after the money because they're brain dead. They want to live the life, they want to play the champagne Charlie big bollocks and spend all the till. That's what they do. If he'd have said to me, can we do something? What do you want to do, Joe? No problem, mate. It's a business. But when you start, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you know full well you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I told him, he's got my phone number. They know where you live. I'm up and down everywhere. I don't have any security. Am I here on my own today?
You told me earlier on when we were out there, and I sort of mentioned, you said the same thing. Don't mention his name, but you said, Spence, the only way I fight Joe Egan
is for free.
He's out there on the car park for free. I don't want money. I don't want him to get any money. I want to go out there. If he wants it man to man, this is where we can do it.
I said to Spencer, he's there, he's neither dead nor sick. I said, he's having no money. He's upset me too much by being an absolute dickhead. I said, you know, he's going to get a piece of John Fury. He comes by himself. I'll come on my own. He comes on his own. No phones. No nothing. You and Wardy, you can watch Fair Play.
Yeah, see, we put that to him, and he said that the reason he wouldn't want to do that is because he wants the money, he wants the...
No, the reason why he wouldn't want to do it, because he knows he's in grave danger of losing his life. Because once you go in a bare knuckle with me outside...
Playbook Boxing is powered by our friends at Betway. For exclusive acquisition offers, free bets, and much more, download the Betway app now.
The way he's gone on him, I'm prepared to be locked up for life for him. And I'm saying, I'll leave my grandkids, I'll leave everything... the lot. If he wants to fight me, people's got to pay the piper. And I know I'm going to jail for a long time, so he's going to have it proper. Because I couldn't be able to help myself. Street fight is my thing. But like I said, if you think you can take John Fury and you can walk out alive, go on, Spencer. Enough said about that bum. You see, I'm getting wound up now.
I see it. I see it. Listen,
the devil comes in me straight away. I could never see that man and not walk straight at him with about 40 right hands.
That's the red mist I'm talking
Red
about,
mist.
John.
I don't want to go to that red mist.
Yeah.
But if I've got to have it, I'll have it. But my life's at stake. I'm going to go to prison because I'm telling you now, 20 men won't get me off him. So do yourself a favour. Stay where you fucking are so I can keep my freedom. Enough said about that dickhead.
Is that the same sort of feeling, not quite as intense, obviously, with him, but that you got when KSI, there was a back and forth that we saw between the two of you? Or is that more jovial and a bit of fun rather than actual dislike?
It's a business. KSI's a businessman. Joe Egan's a dickhead. He's a businessman. We're getting paid millions. You got to give people something to look at, haven't you?
And is that then, you know, the press conferences, you're the king of the press conference. You're the star of the press conferences. We've seen it just recently, you know, with the back and forth with Froch and everything else, but that's sort of like calculated. That's business. That's going in there, and this is me. I'm John Fury, the king of the press conference, and I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But
listen,
that's all sort of. Is that manufactured?
No, it's as real as it gets. But I know not to go and start attacking innocent people. I'm not a maniac. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say anything to the guys around me. You know. And it was just aimed at Froch. And surely to God, Froch can handle himself, can't he? 3-time world champion. Although it's a fight, Come me and you'll have a fight. I don't care who's watching.
Oh, he's up for it.
Listen, if he want to fight that, I know he's saying he weren't bothered, but he was bothered. And I know, I can see in a man's eyes. Don't forget, they don't lie. I can see inside of a man's soul. Me, I'm not bothered about fighting. I'll have a fight, win, lose, or draw. I don't care. I've had the shit kicked out of me. I fought four men at one time, 4 rugby players at once. They got to have a brand new BMW. I thought I was going to fight one man. So when they've rolled up, there's 4 of them. Each man was 18 stone odd. Young men, I was 33-year-old. You know what I done? Bang! Cracked the first one, nutted the other one. They're on the floor. I jumped on top of them and butted them to death. The other one's kicking me in the back of the head. He's like that with his timps and all at the back of my head. Wallop. I looked at him, jumped up, cracked him. I've uppercutted the other one. Anyway, next thing, I'm nicked. Police. They've got me. What happened? I got locked up and they got let off. But you know, Dad, be criminal damage because I smashed a brand new BMW car up. Kicked the shit out of his BMW car. I leapt on the bonnet and caved all the bonnet in the roof and all. Punched all the window screen out. Next thing, I'm nicked in the van.
Yeah.
Away I went.
It's obviously...
And that was in 97. So I thought of me, I can't, it's a fight, so wallop, crack. You know, I was sat in a prison cell and I could feel my head swelling.
What was you angry about?
What was
Just because of, was you angry because of what you'd done, the red mist thing, not controlling yourself, not losing the discipline, or was it, what was it?
It was a feud with enforcers.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you say your head's swelling, like,
because I've done a bit of my time, I've done a bit of whatever, you know what I'm saying? But these fellas, they said, oh no, you're stepping on our toes. I said, I don't step on nobody's toes. Don't talk to me like that because you'll get your jaw broke. I said, come and break it if you can. You can't break my jaw. Where you at? I said, I'm here. Waiting for them shirt off, but they pulled up and they all got out at once. So, well, I'm going to get forward. Sod it, I'm in. Bump. I used what bit of boxes you like because it was like rugby players, not fighters. And when you crack them on the chin, they go, don't they? You know what I'm saying? I was just putting my shots in as good as I can. But they all jumped on me because I was doing no good. And kicking me. Oh, man. I'm in the police station and they could see my face swollen. They said to me, do you want the hospital? I said, sod the hospital. Put me in a cell. I'll go right.
Is that right?
Yeah. Come out like John Medic.
yeah, the elephant man.
Come out 4 hours later, charged up. She said to me, where have you been? I said, a bit of fun.
A bit of fun.
I said, you're a lunatic. I said, things have to be done.
Yeah.
I put it in my book. It's in my book.
Do you know? You don't know John Merrick? John Merrick was the Elephant Man. It's a famous film. Anyone that's not seen it, you need to see it. Like, the disfigurement of this guy's. Like, so that's what he's referring to. I knew that you'd be going, and in the back of your mind, like, who's John Merrick?
Yeah.
There you go.
Google him.
Oh, yeah, I will after this. I will. Yeah. Obviously, press conferences aren't quite as extreme as that side of things, so you probably never feel quite as in the fighting spirit as there. But do you ever leave a press conference and kind of regret snapping at it or rising to it? You don't? No.
It's a fight game. So it's about putting eyes on that TV and people getting them to that arena, you know, and at the end of the day, after the fight breaks out, like the USEC thing, I'm sot. minding my own business, drinks a cup of coffee, Usyk, all him hero. Then this one idiot, I know they say he was a kid, but he was 30-year-old and 6'2". I'm a 58-year-old guy. You know what he said? I fuck Usyk. Usyk fuck Tyson. I said, you what? Bump! Have that, you cheeky bastard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It goes off. And suddenly you think, oh, I've done it.
Yeah.
Can't back. Oh, I might as well carry on now.
So we were actually there for that, and I remember seeing it happen, and then I remember Tyson came out and he made a joke about it, about my dad or whatever. But that again shows, because I think a lot of people question whether Tyson or Tommy for his fights would get annoyed at the kickoffs or the attention being taken away. But seeing Tyson come out and joke about it.
Joke about it, you know what I'm like? They know, they've seen action since I've been that big with me. They've seen me fight a million times on the drop of an hat. They've seen me get out of the car, pull up on the side of the road and have a big punch up with 2 or 3 fellas. Never one on their own. It's always a group of them. I remember one time, was going on the M25 and I had to be somewhere. And it's very bad for traffic, isn't it?
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, I've gone up the hard shoulder. Stop this. I'm up the hard shoulder. There's one idiot, there was always one, and he pulls out, gets out of the car. What do you think you're doing? I was, listen, mate, I said, I'm in a rush. I've got to be somewhere. Just move your car, let me carry on. No, I'm not moving my car. You're a dickhead. I said, you're going to move the car? No. Now fucking move it. Now move it. He moves it. He's got himself a black eye and he's moving it anyway. But this is what you're up against. But they've seen me do this.
Yeah.
You know, I remember a fella one time, some unpaid parking tickets. They've come these big juice heads, shaved heads. Look like him at stare crazy. Yeah. What's he called? Grossberger. I'm terrible looking myself, but I'm the Grossberger myself, but these made me look like Robert Redford. So anyway, they've come. Tickets, mate. You've not paid them. I said, yeah. Can you say please? I said, I'll pay them, but I want please. Listen, dickhead. Pay the money, or you know what's coming to you. I said, no, I said, correct yourself. And these kids, Tyson's about 11 or 10. My oldest was about 14. I winked at him like that. I said, what's these two? Yeah. I said, in about 30 seconds from now, you're going to be stood up most of the day. And every time you've got to sit down, I said, I'm going to hit you. He's looked. What? I said, you know you, mate, you're about to go to sleep rapid. I went, bang! And I butted the other one. 2 cabbages. They just, yeah. Juice, when you crack them on that jaw, 19.5 stone, they're gone. You smack with a nut straight across the bridge of the nose. He sees all blue flashes. You know, I just walk up, cobble him at the side of the back of the ear hole. Done. The other one, she's come out, chuck some water on him. Get yourself up the road, mate. I said, he's staying. You, Billy Big Bollocks, you're staying. You're going to stand there all frigging day. And every time you sit down, I'm going to walk up and slap you at the ear hole. You know how long him stood there? 4.5 hours. I said, not so tough now, are you? Can I have a sit down? No. Sit down. Now, how do you feel? You're in deep water now, I said, aren't you, Mickey Mouse? Not so big now, your steroids, are you? You 150 bench presses, you useless Harwick. This is what they are. And from that day on, the police put a black marker on my address saying, do not go to that address on your own. There's an Irishman down there, he's mad. I'm not mad. They come to me and tried to embarrass me in front of my kids and my woman. Happening to John Fury, not a man like me. They could have killed me. There's 40 stone a man there, probably more, but they couldn't fight. You're only a little fella. You can knock a man 18 stone if he's not a fighter. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. Well, it's because you're trained to do that. So you know what I'm saying is, for the normal man that will throw a punch, he'll throw a punch to hit the head. Whereas if you're a boxer, you've got precision, so I'm going to go to the right of your jaw, I'm going to go to the left of the jaw, I'm going to hit you over the eye. I might do the bridge of the nose.
It's there.
Depending on
They're
how
not
much
gonna move, are they?
I like you or dislike you, I might even disfigure your nose by throwing a left hook and put it over
They can't
it.
stop you.
Absolutely.
They cannot stop you, but I can't get it over to the Joe Blogs that when you come and face them outside fights, good or bad or indifferent, if you've not been in one-to-one combat, you're going to get embarrassed, aren't you?
Yeah. It's that old. If you've boxed before, you can go, right, do I want to split his right eye, left eye, break his nose, knock his teeth out, break his jaw,
Can't
and
move.
that's pretty much where it is because you can pinpoint that.
He doesn't know anything. So what they do that. Candy from a baby, isn't it? It's a liberty to do that. And I've never done that in my life. The people I've had problems with, I always thought they was tough guys. And when I see a man with massive muscles, I'm having an easy time. I know I'm having an easy time. I see him, so I can look good against him. I was with a woman one time in Spain, going back a lot of years ago. I was only a kid, I was only about, 17. And they're up and down the beach. She's big fellas like to walk around with a piece of carpet, a roll of carpet under each arm. So I'm drinking me pop and I'm looking like, I thought, you ain't worth one tap, you know. And I'm about then, be 15 stone. He comes over like that. I said, oh, good body, like, yeah. And he thinks this woman is looking at him. Probably she was. Good luck to her. I thought, you won't fancy him in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I said, you impressed with all that then, sweetheart? He looks good, doesn't he? Yeah, I said, can you fight, mate? Can I what? I said, can you fight? Yeah, I can fight. Look here. Hit him with a body shot, the ribs, and he folded up like a deck chair. And moaning like a girl who was on the floor. She didn't fancy him then. She wanted to get me in bed then all day. It's the truth. And this is what I'm saying to you about life itself. As a young man, I've done it all. And as an old man now, I practice certain punches, practice certain shots.
Whereas that life, all those life experiences, where has that led you to now, John? Like, I know we're here in this retreat and you like listening to the sound of silence, if you like. You like being away from the rest of the world, cut off from everyday life. But where has all that life experiences led you to now? As a person, I'm talking about.
As a person, it's made me, equipped me, I should say, to deal with any situation. And now, the reason why I live like this is because I've got to, really. Because what was a crime 50 years ago is not a crime today. And what's a crime today wasn't a crime then. So I'm old-fashioned. I'm still stuck in the 70s and 80s. And it was a mad time. You're a bit too young to remember that. That 70s and early 80s, you got the National Front, you got the mods, you got the rockers, you got the last of the Teddy Boys, you got the fighting on the terraces. I've been involved in all of that in my life. If I never had 5 fights a week, there was a problem. You could go out in 1982 as a 17-year-old kid. I was 17 in 1982. You look at the wrong girl, mate, you've got to go outside. There was no bottles, there was no guns, there was no stabbings. It was the car park.
You talked about going through the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, so you've been through all these decades.
All of that.
What was the best time of that? What decade was the best one?
Oh, the 80s.
What was the most enjoyable?
Oh, the 80s. Oh, incredible. You could have a fight, not get a problem. You could have a fight every night. Policemen will come, listen, lads. I've watched police in the 80s, they watch it. The landlord would call, lad, there's going to be a fist fight outside. The coppers would come, right, lads, you're going to sort it out. Yep, no problem, stand there, we'll have a proper go. The policeman won't get involved. You had enough, lads? Yep, no problem, good do. Today, nicked, remanded, jail, And like I say, for people like me, if I don't watch my P's and Q's and isolate myself, I'm going to jail and I don't think I've committed a crime. Because in the 80s, I was fighting every day. It was part of my life. But today's a crime. That's the bothering part.
Talking of jail, only if you're comfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
What was jail like?
Only for having me children and having a lot of responsibility outside, it was easy.
Really? Why'd you say that?
Because I can isolate myself and I can adapt my brain to certain situations. I thought, okay, I spent a year on remand thinking I was going to get lifed off. My solicitors, barrister was saying, look, John, police don't like you. you've got a bad name, you know, they look at you as some kind of wild man. IPP, that's indefinite public protection, you know, or you could get 20 years. So I said to all my family, I said, look, this is my life now. I'm in an open casket. I'm a dead man walking. Carry on and live your lives without me, I'm dead.
So you accepted it?
I accepted it. I said, I ain't getting out of this. Police want me. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. I ain't getting out of it. When your barrister's telling you to expect IPP, that's 99 years. If you get 3 month IPP, they can keep you for 10 years. So if you get 2 or 3 or 5 year IPP, I've got you for the rest of your life. And when you come out, your life is never your own. I'd rather have been dead, tell you the truth. And I said to myself, you know what, I'll forget it. I'll just deal with it and make this my life. I started looking at the things like, well, it's better than being dead because I can use that phone. I've got a television, I can do the gym, I can see them once a week. So it's better than being dead.
You've already prepared yourself.
I've already prepared myself for the shit.
So anything else was going to be a bonus.
Bonus.
Yeah.
So when I got 12 years with a 10% discount, skipping down the stairs, the man says he's insane, him.
And you ended up serving, what, 4 years? Was it 4 years?
You're joking me.
11, wasn't it?
I got 11 years and done over 5 nearly.
No, you done over. No, that's what I'm saying. I thought you served 4.
Nah,
I got over 5.
I'll tell you what, I got under the hammer, in front of that beak, you give me 12 year.
Yeah.
You give me a 10% discount, got it to 11 year. I appealed and got it put to 9 year. But I've still done 5 years.
Done 5, okay.
They're not counting a year on remand.
Yeah.
I did 4.5 years plus a year in remand. That's 5 years, that's over 5 years. But I prepared myself for it. It's like me if I'm going to fight Froch now. I'll mentally prepare myself for war with him. I thought, right, you're going to go in a place now you've not been for 30 years, because I've not been in the ring for 30 odd years. But I'm going to prepare myself for that day to say, well, okay then, I'm going into something here, my eyes wide open, and I want to do the best I possibly can, so I'm going to prepare my mind for that.
That's challenging yourself, because like, do you, like, I know because you'll see this as a challenge, and Cole's a more active fighter, no, he was an active fighter more recently than you was.
Of course he was.
Do you seriously think that is a fight that you're going to go in there and you would win?
Oh yeah.
You don't have any doubts about that?
No. Because, number one, he is not what he was. If they play fair and don't take any steroids, I'm going to be open, because I'm a no filter kind of guy, me. Give me some fair play. I'm 60-year-old. Don't take steroids, because I can do that.
I think the Cobra's a clean liver, though, isn't he?
Listen, they're all clean livers that come till they want to win, and they want to look sensational, and they want to keep the YouTube channel good. You know it goes on. I'm not saying he does, not for 1 minute. All I want him to do is look at me and say, I'm a man, I'm going to fight you fair and square. That's all I want. If he beats me, he beats me, but it's not going to be easy for him. Definitely not. Because this mind's going to be prepared, and all I need to do is keep my chin down. Keep my chin down. I'm capable of doing that. The rest, you can hit my body all day. You've got to keep your chin down, and you've got to watch for the spots where you can get cut out. Your temple, your chin, behind the ear hole. If you've got that covered and you're practicing that, let's go. But fight me fair. Don't take a load of steroids and blow yourself up to 16 stone, because that's not fair. Because I could come in there a madman. If I take steroids, anabolic steroids, I'm going to tear the place down before I even get there. I'd tear 3 Froches in half. I'd tear them a third arsehole a piece. But I wouldn't want to do that, because I'm not a maniac. I'm a fair fighting man. If he beats me, but it's not going to be easy. I think I can win. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I can. I've looked at him that day. Yeah, he was good in his day, sure he was. But he ain't fought John Fury. And don't forget, I'm going to bring my A game. Forget what I did in the past. I just rolled up for a paycheck. When I fought Enrique Wondy, I lost a child. My child died the day before, and I still fought because I needed the money. I got 700 quid for Enrique Wondy. I had a child die the day before, and that's fact that. I still got and fought, and I tried to win, but like now, mentally prepared, fed right, slept right. No easy way through.
You come into his company quite recently, actually, at that press conference. He was up there. We was there actually when you come in, and you was raging.
If he'd have fought me that day,
but you saw him then. Did you see anything?
Yeah,
there?
he shit himself. That's what I said. He shit himself. Lennox Lewis knows what I am. Because I said to him, and he's there, I got all respect for Lennox Lewis. Man's a 10 times better boxer than I could ever dream about being. Love Lennox. I to respect. But I said to him back in the day, I'll fight you. He's looking for an opponent, so I'll step up to the plate, me. No training, nothing. Get me in. What did he do? Took Steve Garber. Because he knew I'd put up a fight. Whatever happened, I was on the front foot. And when I was on my A game, I beat some good men, you know. People don't look at my record properly. I beat men who's beat world champions. Abden Blackstock ended up beating people who's beat world champions. You know, and I beat him on 3 days, 8 rounds. Michael Murray, he knocked out Kevin McBride. Kevin McBride knocked out Mike Tyson in his A-day. What did I do? I knocked Michael Murray out with 4 days' notice in 6 rounds. On my day I could fight, but it was when my mind was wrong, everything was wrong, overmatched. How did they ever in the world expect me, a man that's had 11 bouts, no amateur career, boxing every 2 years to beat Enrico Wondy? They cherry-picked me, but they caught me, I needed money. I thought, you know, I've got babies to feed. I need a paycheck. 700 quid for that? Come on.